Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Collector's Table Live. I hope everyone is doing great on this Sunday. Happy Sunday to everybody. Pull up a chair and join us at the table. We are going to be talking about a lot of different things today, ton of pictures. But as always, I have my two co-hosts, Shane the Dark Lord. How are you, Shane?
Good, man. I'm good. Ready for a good show.
Yeah. I'm just drinking my coffee over here because I literally rolled out of bed. I was with Fatal last night on his show, and we had a pretty good show. But K-Fet, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Doing good, man. It was a bit of an active week. We got some good statues to talk about. I sold a few, found me an XM Soundwave. So red letter week, baby.
Yeah, we're actually going to talk about a couple sales and deals with the steals on the show today. We're just going to touch on that for a second. Me and Kev me and Shane actually got a couple things to show that we might be selling. But let's just jump straight into it, guys. We got a ton of pictures to go over. It's been kind of dry the last couple weeks, but then Queen started dropping bombs on us. So I'm assuming that's why they've been so quiet. They've had their head down working on so many things. So that's an awesome thing to see. But let me jump straight into this. Hang on one second, guys. Oh, we got a special guest too. We got Dwayne Davis hitting the doorbell.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's up, Dwayne?
What's up, Dwayne Davis?
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Yeah. How you doing?
Doing good. Sorry about being late.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Whole thing, so.
Yeah.
I do shows with Dr. Mike. You're not late. Trust me.
Yeah, Dr. Mike shows up like 30 minutes late, so it's all good.
Shane, what's up, yo?
What's up, man?
So what's new with you, Dwayne? Is this your first live? Your first official live?
It's actually my second.
Not your first?
Yeah, we wanted to pop that cherry.
The first was very impromptu, though, so you call it 1.5. You can call us 1.5.
Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. I appreciate you coming on. I see you got a couple statues back there.
Yeah, man. I did what I can just to get something,
What do you got? Oh, wait, wrong guy. What do you got back there? You got looks like you got a Wolverine.
Yeah, Sabretooth and Exodus. So I just recently unboxed all of these just to kind of put something up. In the meanwhile, while I'm still getting things together. But,
that Exodus just came out, didn't it?
It actually came out a while ago. I think it came out the beginning of last year.
Shit, really?
It only came out as a kit though, so that's why you're probably just not.
That's why I'm only seeing painted pictures of it now. That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, Dwayne, if you just want to leave it in the box, you can go ahead and ship me that Dark Phoenix right behind you. I can take that thing right off your hands.
Oh man, it's gonna be the box a little bit longer. I could wait on that one, but I'm still getting stuff set up. So, but if I do want to sell it, I'll think of you first, Kev.
You're good, man, Al.
There you go,
Dwayne. Sorry.
There you go. Well, D3, thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate you joining us today. We're going to go through a couple things. We've got a lot to cover today, guys. First, I just wanted to touch on this real quick. This game is awesome. This game is awesome. I don't know if anybody's playing it, but I love it. I think it's are you guys playing it? I know Shane's playing it. Kev's playing it. Do you game at all, D3?
Yeah, I do. Mostly like action adventure. Like I love Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love Zelda. It's my favorite of all time.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I haven't played Baldur's Gate. I've heard a lot about it though, especially from Crippler. So
yeah, I played the originals when I was like a kid, and they were real good. But let me try to put some music on.
I do have one issue with the game. Every time you want to play a multiplayer with somebody's or different people, you have to start a new character in a new game and start from the beginning again. So like I probably got, including like Crippler and my other buddies, I probably have about 6-7 people that play it. So including my own single character plus 6 characters I have to make to play individually with my buddies, and then sometimes we have 3 of us that want to play together, so then we have to start a new game with us 3.
Yeah.
Like potentially I'm going to have 20 fucking characters and I'm going to be playing like a few hours of each one. It gets a little much. It gets a little overwhelming.
Oh, snap. Who we got over here? Art Statue Collector. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up, Art?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
Good.
Hey, what's up, Art?
Chilling at the condo today, huh, Art?
Yep.
We're just starting up here. We're gonna say what's up to everybody in the chat. And let's see who's all here real quick. I just wanted to talk about that game real quick. I thought it was a cool game.
It's a great game.
Oh,
I just started playing the Dark Urge.
Dark Urge?
That's more my style. Yeah, one of the companions is the Dark Urge.
Yep, I know
And,
where you're at.
it alters the storyline somewhat because now you're supposed to do evil stuff. So
Okay.
it's much more fitting for me online.
All right, cool. Let me know in the chat, guys, if you guys are playing any Baldur's Gate. If you're not, I mean, I'm telling you, it's one of the best games I've ever played.
It's a great
so
game.
good. It's
It's
so
great.
good. The story's good. You can pick and choose, and the characters, you don't have to read everything. They actually talk to you, and it's cool. Anyway,
What's up,
I'll
Cash?
move on. What's up, Cash? Let's say what's up to everybody in the chat. Cyber, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. What is this? What's up? Keen to hear the thoughts on the XM. I am
Iron
the Iron Man, yeah, full reveal and Wonderfest predictions. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Alan Kiefer, always nice to see you. Mr. Kennedy, my man, nice seeing you. K Fed up in the chat. Jojo, what's good? Shane's up in there. Knight's in there. We got people still trickling in here. Jonas, what's going on? Great Sunday morning. Adams. Fatal, my man Fatal. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, go check it out. He's got some good stuff going up here recently. Mitch, what's going on? Nice to see you again. Definitely a good time. Yeah, we had a good time last night. Fatal, thanks for the invite. We already said what's up to Alan. Tony, stay frosty. What's going on? Slifer, my man. What's going on, man? Slifer, we need to get you on the show one day, man.
He's not a big fan of KFET.
Yeah, I'm an asshole. I don't blame him.
I'm just saying he's not. So a week that Kev's not on,
They
he said
start
he'll go
so
out.
much drama. It's so funny, bro. Like, he even starts drama before the show, starting shit.
People tell me stuff, man.
Yeah,
Oh, Shane, what am I gonna do without you?
everyone confides in Shane.
Why am I going somewhere?
Nah, never.
Did you guys finally vote and make a decision to kick me
Nah,
out?
man, you're a ride or die. Jelena, what's going on? Nice to always have you. I just learned that Jelena was in Europe. I didn't even know that she was in Europe. I thought she was in the States.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, actually, I think I was watching your show, Art, and she
Yeah.
said that. So, Cash the Gemini, my man. Always nice seeing you, Cash. Go check out his channel too.
Yeah, Cash is the man.
What's going on?
Cash, you need to reach out to me. Tell me if the debate's going on this Wednesday or not, if you're going to show.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I think actually we might just jump straight into pictures, to be honest. Well, here, let's
I sent
cover
you
this.
pictures, Adam, by the way,
Okay.
in our chat.
We'll cover this topic real quick, but I want to jump into pictures because there's kind of a lot of pictures, and there's a lot of new stuff that came out, like I said, and I want to get everybody's thoughts. But real quick, for everybody on the panel and in the chat, what's next on the pre-order? What is everybody waiting for? Shane, you got anything on pre-order you're waiting for currently?
Well, I have a bunch of shit on pre-order, but I'm not pre-ordering anything new, at least for 2023, with the exception of Beastman from Tweeterhead if it goes up for PO before the new year to complete the line. But other than that, I'm slowing down. I got like a few statues en route to me. I got quite a few others that I'm paying off right now. Nothing like art or anything, but It's just it's been a lot of shit that I really want. I don't just buy because I like the look of it. It's all really focused, but everything just kept hitting at the same time. So I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Also, with the exception of any Transformers, but I don't see any going up for pre-order before the new year.
Okay. I want to add this in real quick, and I really mean this. I've learned a lot from Shane, people like Shane, Kevin, and actually Art too, because it helps me focus. And I think that's so important sometimes because I'm very impulsive sometimes, and I can just want to buy something just to buy it. And these guys have taught me to kind of like, not like directly to me, but just watching them is like, man, I got to stay a little focused here. So, but that's good stuff. K-Fet, what's up, man? What do you got coming in? Like in the near future?
Oh, geez. I'm right with Shane. I've got a number of pieces that they should be hitting in the next couple of weeks. Got a lot of unlicensed pieces coming in, X-Men stuff, Star Wars stuff, still coming in. Of course, as I mentioned, Soundwave will be coming in hopefully this week, XM. So excited about that guy. As for pre-orders, I'm with Shane. I'm kind of looking at the market right now. I've got one more I think I'm going to get. I'm looking at that NYC X-Wing. When that comes out, I'll probably pre-order that. But other than that, unless something surprises me on Q4, I think I'm pretty set. Now it's just instead of shelling out the money, I'm collecting it. Everything's coming in. So
nice.
Yep.
Art, I know you got a different piece coming in every day. So what do you got?
I've got over 30 pre-orders. Fuck.
Like what's coming in the next 2 days, Art?
Nothing in the next 2 days. Hopefully, I'm looking at around the 15th. I will start getting a lot of pieces that's come to Wonderfest, especially from Queen. I got Thor, Loki, Captain America, Mark 49 and 85 dial.
Shit,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and Infinity Studio Pattinson Batman bust coming in.
You're getting the XM Maestro too, aren't you, to review?
Yeah, Maestro as well, yeah.
That's going to be big. Make sure you guys tune into his channel for that. And then I really want to watch that, and I want to watch, even though I'm not getting a Maestro, like I still want to see it. I want to see the Iron Man that we're going to be talking about today. I know that you said that you're getting that from XM Studios, right?
Yeah, it's coming at the same time as Maestro.
Are you doing a live review on that, or are you going to do a recorded one?
Nah, probably a recorded one. I especially like new piece like that. I'd rather just do it in 4K instead of just 1080 live.
No, fair enough.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yep. And then D3, what you got coming in?
Yeah, I'm kind of knee deep in pre-orders right now too, so I'm really trying to slow down. I'm expecting that prototype Z Ken, the 1.4. I do have Maestro version A on order as well, so shipping announcement just got made recently. So hopefully I'm closer to the tail end of those batches because I'm in no rush. And same with LBS Hulk. Got the Prestige version with the 3 bus. So
nice.
Those are 3. Upcoming ones, but a lot on pre-order. I hope just kind of keep crawling. I do want to order the Harley Who Laughs because I'm kind of fearing that it will sell out. It will be my first Carb One piece, so kind of excited about that. I'm still gonna hold off a little longer and see how things go.
Dwayne, are those prototype Z all sculpted by Sosa?
Yeah, that's completely his line. Him and Miguel head that group, and everything is done by Sosa.
So Sosa, I've been a big fan of Sosa since he's done sculpts for Bowen back in the day. Although some of his pieces I'm really not a fan of, where he goes like overboard with muscles, like quadruple muscles on muscles where there's no muscles. Like I've seen him put on a bicep into 4 muscles, and I'm like, I can't do it.
There's some that are definitely extreme. There's a saber tooth he did that's just exactly how you described, and I can't stand it.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
It's too fucking much. I've seen his Batmans where the guy looks like the Hulk. I just can't.
Yep.
I can't do it. But some of his sculpts are so great.
What's up, Mark? How you doing, man? I got I can't wait. I got Ripley that is coming pretty soon. She should be shipping any day now. I'm going to probably order that X-Wing that K-Fet was talking about. And I Venom Arise whenever that gets shipped. But I think it got pushed back, so I might have to wait a little bit more for that. I got a couple other things coming too. The AT-AT from Force Laboratory.
ATST.
ATST, I'm sorry. And yeah, so just to give you guys a quick update, I've had like 2 or 3 people inbox me about like, hey, when am I starting up the reviews and setting everything back up? So my house closes the 24th of this month. We're in October now. Today's the 1st, right? Yeah. So the 24th of this month, we close, and then I'll be going back up to I'll be moving to Philadelphia. I'm going to do a video and show you guys the new area. I'll do a video of that, and then I'll need a little time to set up, and then I'm going to start doing reviews and stuff again. But my boxes are shipping up north. They're not coming here anymore because I don't want to risk, because Prime 1 takes a little bit longer to come overseas, a lot of these things too. So I just want to make sure it goes to the right spot. So yeah, nothing else is coming here. Everything is going up north, just to give you guys a heads up on that. But yeah, some good stuff. Some good stuff we got coming in. Anybody in the chat got some stuff coming in? Let's see.
Yeah, we've been going through it, Adam. Looks like a ton of stuff has been flying in. So you got people getting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which yay.
Nice.
We got some Aliens, some Predator stuff. Of course, everyone's hitting up still some more Star Wars. So it's good stuff. But I think we're all in the same boat where, you know, there's been so many pre-orders this year. Now it's just kind of like everyone's starting to collect on the Q4. So
okay.
Adam, are you planning on getting the MYC Falcon?
Yes.
Yeah.
I plan on getting the Millennium Falcon. Now, like, I'm getting my first MYC piece. I don't want to go all like real crazy. I saw that, Kev. You got one back there, huh?
what?
Yeah, so I'm gonna get these MYC, a couple of these MYC pieces in first and look at it and then really evaluate if I want to see the quality of it. Because I know a lot of people, you know, say, man, these things are so awesome, you got to see them. But these are my first ones, so I'll make my own evaluation, and then if I like it, I'll go ahead and get the Millennium Falcon. Shane was also sending me a AT-AT that's up, that somebody's got available. I was actually going to buy, but then I was like, let me not go too crazy because I want to see at least one MYC piece first in person before I start ordering more. So.
Plus, if it's not really the version you want, because there's 3 versions, then why jump on it? Because once shipping comes around, there's going to be a few people who back out. There always is.
Yep. But all right, anything else in the chat before we move on with the pre-orders? We got anything else, guys? That's it. All right. So let's start getting into the pictures because we got a lot to share. I saw this. And I thought this was awesome news. Toys R Us coming back. Yeah. What do you guys think about that? I mean, let me tell you something. I love Toys R Us. Short story. When I was in elementary school, they had a contest for selling candy. You know how they still do it nowadays where kids sell candy. And they said, hey, we're going to give you a $500 gift certificate for the top seller of the candy to Toys R Us. And I was huge into toys at that time when I was a kid. And I was the only kid that like left toys in boxes and stuff like in the little packaging and displayed them in the packaging. I didn't open them. And I was collecting a lot of McFarlane toys at that time. So I tried really hard. I was like, while kids were going to play basketball and play outside, I was going door to door and selling candy, slinging candy. And I won that $500 gift certificate. And I thought it was the best thing ever. And it was one of the best days of my life as a kid. I'll never forget it, going to Toys R Us when my dad took me, and I bought a ton of toys. So
wait, so what happened to Toys R Us? Did they shut down? Or?
Yep.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. So Toys R Us, I guess, like went out of business for a short amount of time.
That's weird because we have that in Thailand.
Yeah, there's Toys R Us in Canada too, man.
Yeah, so they went out of, I don't want to say went out of business then, because I heard
think
that
they just closed a lot of locations.
They closed a lot of locations, and they had a lot of I've heard like a couple outlets being here and there, but not really big. But I think they're coming back a little bit with a vengeance. So
it would be cool. It would be cool if they like tap into like the, I guess, higher end toy market, like, you know, maybe like Storm Collectibles, let's say Sugar Arc, something geared more towards the older crowd and maybe adults.
Yeah. That, you know, that's a good point. That's a good point. That would be let me take this down real quick. Yeah, that's a good point. That'd be cool. But anyway, good news. Let me tell you something. I'm going to be taking my son there, and I'm going to try to build some good memories with him. So good stuff. All right, let's move on. Oh yeah, Mitch was saying Toys R Us was a dream toy shop. Yeah, it really was. It really was. All right, so K-Fet, you tell us about this. You said that you had someone that was selling some XM pieces.
Yeah. So a friend of the channel went ahead and got me connected with this gentleman. He may or may not right now be on the chat line, but anyway, at one point or another, kind of had a nice conversation with him on Friday. I guess he was thinking about starting up a shop, so he started to collect a bunch of these pieces, but it just never came to fruition. And now these things are unopened, and he is ready to move them out of New York. So you can see these are some real hard to find pieces. You got Iron Spider, you got the Green Goblin version B there. One of the big pieces he's got is also that XM Nemesis from Transformers. He's got a Doc Ock, a Hellboy. So these are good pieces, guys. And he's real fair
Captain
pricing.
America. You got a Captain America right here. Ultimate
version B. So he's looking to move these things. They haven't been open. They're in perfect condition, I can imagine. So if you're interested, hit me up on Facebook or whatnot. I'll be happy to connect you with him. Maybe drop a note in the chat. Like I said, he may or may not be watching this at the moment. Well, he just owned it. So yeah, this is Cheddar Collectible stuff. So
Cheddar Collectibles. That's a new name. That's a cool name too, man. Welcome to the show.
So we'll just let him own it. So hit up Cheddar Collectibles here, man. He's got these pieces, and great guy, man. Yeah, we just kicked it for a little while. Like I said on Friday, he's huge, into the 80s and the 90s cartoons and stuff. That's awesome. Like that. So it was a lot of fun connecting with him. But good guy. These good pieces. If you're anything like me, and XM are just like impossible to find from time to time, when you run across things like this is great. And I'm glad there's people like him in the community who help us out.
Treasure trove.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's funny. I find a lot of people are selling Spidey and Spidey villains in the last month or two.
Yeah, those were so hard to find because Shane, I think you were like the only person I knew who had them for a while.
Yeah, and like I have a couple for sale, but that's because I relegated my Spideys to just two shelves or to one shelf. Yeah. So I had to get rid of a few, and I just kept my favorites. But yeah, it's crazy how many people are selling them all of a sudden. It seems to come in waves, I guess.
Really?
What's up, Keesus? Yeah, so if you guys want some deals, there you go. Oh, Dr. Octopus, there you go. And
got that Hellboy too, guys.
Yep.
Some good stuff. But that Doc Ock, if I was collecting the Spider-Man line, that would be one I'd be all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I saved for myself.
You were a smart man. I'm glad you went with that.
All right, guys, we're going to go over this real quick. I'm sorry, Shane. What'd you say?
I said I am a smart man, but Kevin's a smart man for acknowledging it. So.
See how that works?
So we got a couple things that we're trying to get off the docket here. Shane's got a couple things he wants to sell. Shane, I'll let you take it away real quick.
This is the Zion Art Darth Bane. Comes with 3 portraits. The light up base, it's absolutely looks incredible. The only reason I have this for PO, I'm letting the PO go at a discount at half what I paid for it. So I paid $250, letting it go at $125, and there's like $650 or $675 remaining, and it's ready to ship, I believe, in October sometime.
So this month.
Yeah, sometime later this month. It looks incredible. Sith writing on the side of the base, and I already have a Darth Bane. I originally thought, I'll get this, see which one I like more. But honestly, it's just a hassle with the market right now.
Market's a pain, man. You don't want to lose more money doing it that way. Yeah.
I'm just going to sell this PO and just keep the one I have. I like Darth Bane, and I'm happy with the one I have. This one I think is better, but it is what it is.
Very nice. Cool base. This lights up, you said too?
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Every time I see them, I'm like, do I really want to just let go of the PO? Low ES too. I think the ES is like 50 or 40.
Yeah.
70 something.
I'm gonna rub that talon in your face when it shows up at my door and you passed on it.
I'm gonna start the boat.
Looking at it, I wish you would rub it in my face.
Right. Just.
Oh, anyways, so
but
go ahead, Shane.
Yeah. So Darth Talon, again, possibly the best Darth Talon I've seen, although I currently own the DMD, and that's a fantastic Darth Talon. I really love the effect here of the base. Her lightsaber's cutting into it as she's walking. Obviously, it looks hot as fuck and slutty. That's why everyone loves Darth Talon. So, let's be honest.
She's got a thumper, bro.
If she was 150 pounds heavier and wore a cloak, no one will give a shit about Darth Talon. Let's just be honest. It's the way it is.
It's nice.
That's a beautiful piece. Beautiful. A few different display options. And
I would show it with this, like her.
yeah, I love the way that cape flows. Abdel has really nailed down the capes.
That's cool. For any
So
Star
if
Wars
anyone's
collector.
looking for this, I will transfer my PO, and this is ready to ship. I believe October also. They're both of them are shipping within the next month or so, give or take.
Yep. All right. So as far as mine, so I took really crappy pictures. I've been trying to sell this statue for like a month, and no one's picked it up, which I'm really surprised. So I'm at the point, and I've dropped the price a couple times. I'm at the point where I might actually keep it.
There you go.
This is a fantastic statue. The only reason I was going to sell this was because I wanted to go into the third line, or the third scale line for the Predators. And I'm trying to wait to see if they're going to do a scar. So I'm holding off. So, but at this point, like I'm getting Ripley. She's quarter scale. I think they'll obviously all scale pretty well together. Even though Ripley, really didn't mess with Predators, but it's still cool to display them together. Let me tell you something about this. The pictures, like I said, I didn't take great pictures, but the paint on this statue is out of this world. Infinity Studios did this. They only made 500, and it sold out within, I think, maybe a month or less. This is the Berserker Predator versus the Jungle Predator, and he's cutting off his head. It is a fantastic statue. I'm going to let this go. There's 2 boxes. This is my final try at this. If it doesn't happen, I'm going to keep it. $1,400 shipped. I paid I want to say like $1,700, $1,800 when I bought it. So it is a fantastic statue. So
And all prices are in Canadian on the show.
Yeah, right. But
and it's 1/4 scale.
It's 1/4 scale, yeah. But it's big. It's big. It's not really it's not like ginormous, but it's pretty big.
Can you help me here, Adam? Like how big?
Oh,
Got to be at least that big.
it is.
Perfect.
In all reality, it's probably about like this big.
Now I get it.
There we go.
Now I see it.
That would fit in my cabinet. no
Those
problem.
dimensions are exact, by the way.
Measurements mean nothing.
Yeah.
That's also in Canadian.
But yeah, the water
That's
effect on this
centimeters.
thing is sick. Like half of his body's in this murky water. It's from the movie Predators. If you guys ever seen the movie wasn't that great, but it was a nice pastime if you wanted
Is
to
that
watch
the
it.
newest movie?
No, the newest movie is Prey.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the second newest movie where
Yeah.
they're in the school and stuff.
No, this is
No.
they go to the planet.
Or is that The Predator
I forget which that one is called.
with that
I
blonde
think
guy?
that's Requiem. Predators Requiem, I think.
No, Requiem is where they're facing Alien.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of them.
It's either called like The Predator or It was a steaming pile of shit. Anyway.
Yeah, a lot of the Predator movies aren't great, but I just like the concept of the Predator movies.
See, I pretty much like all of them, except that last one was or that one we're talking about.
Prey was the best one.
Prey,
and the first one with Arnold.
Prey was definitely not the best one in my opinion. Although I think Prey is very good, it's not the best for me.
Well, obviously I like the one with Arnold first, and then I like Prey second, and then believe it or not, I like the one with Danny Glover, Predators 2. I thought that was fantastic. I loved watching Danny Glover run around the city.
You thought that was fantastic?
Well, it was fun. It was fun to watch remember, I watched this stuff as a kid, so it's like cheesy to watch now, but when you were a kid, it was cool.
Hey, everyone's entitled to like shitty movies.
Yeah, but this looks good, man. His head is like sliding off.
Yeah, that looks so sick.
And like I said, the colors are crazy, crazy, crazy cool.
Man, they're scary as fuck, eh? Predators.
Yeah. So just hit me up. Message me if you guys decide you want to buy that. So this was a pickup from KFET. Tell us about this, KFET.
Oh, well, these are two prints right now that I actually met Peter Collins and Frank Welker. Got them to sign both of these. So
nice.
Pretty excited. That's going to go directly with my Transformer lineup. Just going to get these matted and framed. So, yeah, let it begin. I'm like all in, pushing the chips across the table for Transformers. And these are two great pieces. It's real nostalgic back to the cartoon series, but it's got kind of that artistic flair, if you will. Love them. So there'll be strong pieces behind both Optimus and Megatron.
Very nice.
And those guys, awesome. By the way, if you ever get the chance to meet Frank Welker or Peter Collins, those guys are phenomenal. They're really into their fan base. A lot of fun. We were standing in a room and a guy leaned up against the light switch and turned it off by accident. Went completely dark. Frank Welker immediately kicks into the Megatron voice and goes, "Decepticons, now attack!" And he started laughing. It was great. So these guys are a lot of fun to meet if you get the chance.
That's
very
awesome.
Nice. This was another pickup by Kev.
Yeah, why not? You know, I'm selling statues. I'm getting statues. I can't decide what's
the name of the game, right?
Yeah. So this is a little bit timely based on the series and all that finally came through. It's a great little piece. It definitely has more of a cartoon flair than a lot of the others kind of quarter scale type pieces out there. I liked it because I'm a fan of Rebels. I did like the cartoon series.
Is this from Adele?
It is from Adele. So I was able to pick this up. It just came out in the last week or two. So Hera and Chopper there. But great pieces. Love it. I'll give them a permanent home in the collection once I find that spot. But right now, it's just kind of sitting on my corner here.
Looks great.
I saw a funny meme today asking, the son was asking Hera why she wears pilot goggles. And she's like, "Well, I'm a pilot." And he goes, "Yeah, you fly a starship, not a World War II plane."
Just taking all the fun out of it.
Like the wind is in her face.
Yeah. It's true.
Cool, like, whatever. It still looks fun up there, you know?
I know. It's not functional.
So logical, Shane. All right, so this is my Knoll statue. This is the prototype. This should be it's taking a very, very long time to do, but I'm okay with waiting. This is going on year 2 that I've been waiting on this. The project originally, I guess the guide, I think it got they weren't going to do it. They didn't get enough people or something like that. But then somebody else took over the project and made it look even better. So this
came out great.
Yeah.
I had this on order too, but I had to let go of the PO.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been waiting a while, right? We've been waiting a long
time.
This
is one of the first pieces I ever PO'd when I first started 2 years ago.
It's got the headstand, the switch outs. And for those that don't know who Knoll is, you can read The King in Black. It's a pretty good read. Yeah. But
it's about the size of a third scale as well. It's a quarter scale, but it's about 32, 33 inches.
Nice.
Well, no, this is actually close to 40 inches.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This should be, how tall is that Thor statue from LBS? What's it like?
I'm not sure.
close
Isn't
to
that like 28 inches, 30 inches?
with the base and everything. I think from what I understand, this is close to like 40 inches. I want to say like 38 inches, but I could be wrong.
No, Thor's not that big with the base.
I could be wrong. I don't know. It's in the,
LBS Hulk towers over him.
that's
And
true.
LBS Hulk is 38, 39 inches with the
I
base.
thought- see, they gave me dimensions. I got to look it up. I'll put it.
Actually, Shane, Hulk is not that much bigger than Thor.
We're saying
photo
with
you
the
see-
base, though.
Yeah, with the base.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How would
because
you know, Art? What do you know?
because in my review I put them all next to each other's.
Yeah, but anyway, I think the colors look good. I like how they did his skin. They made it look pale. There's a ton of switch outs with this. And Dwayne, I think if you decide that you want to pick it back up, people will probably cancel or something. You can always reach back out and pick it back up in the future if you want to.
Yeah, my PO was still kind of just out there. I didn't sell it. I just kind of just.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's got Miles Morales right there. He's holding him. I'm probably not going to do it with the Infinity Gauntlet. There's a big like symbiote sword that he holds, and he slings it over his shoulder. I'm probably going to sport it with that. And then it's got the skeleton hands going around it. But anyway.
Yeah, I stand corrected. Thor is about 35.5 inches tall with the base.
So that's pretty tall.
Yeah.
That's
I thought
pretty
he was
tall.
about 30.
Yeah. So about
Yeah,
35
I
inches
told you.
for a quarter scale. That's big, That's big.
Thanks for coming on my show and embarrassing me, Art. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem, dude.
Hey, so you guys keep talking for a second. I'm going to actually pull up Dwayne Davis's pictures. He's got some pictures he wants to share. I'm just going to download them real quick. So give me a couple seconds here.
So
You guys
what is the deal with Null? I know he's like the king or the god of the
He's
symbiotes. Does that mean
he's
he
a-
created
he's
them?
a
Does that
symbiote.
mean he controls them all? So if Eddie Brock goes near him, he could just pull the symbiote off and control him? Like, what does that mean exactly? Like, what's his power exactly over these symbiotes?
Well, yeah, he controls them, except I think the one with Eddie, he can't, right?
I don't know. I don't know that
Yeah,
much.
something like that. I know
I
he
read
was
it.
locked away for a while, and I'm not exactly sure the interaction with him and Venom symbiote, but that was his main, nemesis during the whole King in Black
Yeah,
series.
it's like Venom is like an outcast that he doesn't even want. He just want to
Okay.
kill it or something.
So when you say he could control the symbiotes, is that because they don't have a choice and they do what he wants, or is it out of loyalty they listen to him blindly and do what he wants?
Yeah, loyalty, man. He's like their god.
Yeah.
Okay.
basically like their god. Yes.
Okay, fair enough. But not Venom, not the Venom symbiote.
Right. He's different. He just
What about like Carnage and Toxic and fucking Scream and all those other ones?
they still
Control
listen
them,
to no.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know much about him. I never read the comics or the omnibus about him. I was going to because I really
Yeah,
like symbiotes, but
Actually, it's a nice read.
Yeah,
I read it like a while ago, but I
it's
can't
just
remember.
finding time. There's so many things I want to start reading. It's just trying to find the time. And when I have time, I find myself going through Star Wars books. So,
Yeah, I thought about getting to those audiobooks that you were talking about, Shane.
oh man, I've listened to over 100 Star Wars audiobooks, and some of them like 3-4 times each, like the Thrawn trilogy, the Bane trilogy. Just fantastic.
Let me see if I can pull this up real quick, guys. Bear with me.
I think the omnibus that I want to get into is the Berserk. A lot of people have been telling me to get it and
Yeah.
read it.
I want to finish reading it. I started it, but I didn't finish it.
So on YouTube, they had 25 episodes of Berserk, and I don't really care for anime at all, but I really enjoyed it. Like I couldn't stop watching it. I was a big fan, so I want to know where to find more of those shows.
Netflix just got the
but
old one up.
they're like the PG version, aren't they?
No. It's the old one.
Yeah, I saw that, Kev. I got the books too.
Okay,
Yeah, is that good?
Oh, it's phenomenal.
All right.
Phenomenal.
I'll look into it.
Here's the one for if you want to read a little bit about Noel.
It's a great story.
Ah, yes.
Yep. Good read.
Fuck, that's got some girth.
Thank you.
Adam gets that a lot.
Let me share this real quick. All right, Dwayne, I'll let you take it away on this one. I know this is
Yeah, well, these are Prototype Z Street Fighter pieces. In my opinion, I think they're the best Street Fighter pieces on the market. Very, very high quality. All pretty much sold out now, but yeah, these are some of my favorite pieces in the collection. I grew up on Street Fighter, so you know, there's a lot in the market, especially the older PCS ones. But when I saw these, they were kind of like a no-brainer for me. And the Ken for these is the one that I have coming in next month. Well, this month actually. But yeah, I love these.
Was that your kitchen?
Yeah.
At very first glance, I thought that was my kitchen.
Oh, really?
Very
that would have been creepy as fuck. Hey,
more like the marble top and everything for the. But I was like, is that my fucking kitchen? I don't have those.
he's at work. Quick, set it up. Take the pictures.
Definitely not marble.
That's cool.
Well,
Though.
mine's not marble.
I like how they're facing each other like that.
Yeah, they're set up. Their poses are really set for them to be posed together.
I like that concept because it's a Street Fighter game. So, like, I picture a Street Fighter game and then them kind of squaring off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that looks sick, man.
Yeah, they put a lot of thought and effort into that line. This is a poor
this your?
this is just my room getting set
Man
up.
cave? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for the mess. Everything's everywhere.
No, man, it's you know, a lot of people, believe it or not, like to see the setup process, like the steps of you going through it. So just keep, post some pictures as you progress in the Facebook group, and people will probably want to see that. People
want to see it because misery loves company, and they know the struggle is real. So they want to see other people struggling with their boxes and unpacking all this shit.
They love watching
all
Art.
of us have manservants like Art that does
yeah.
They just want to watch me break shit, man.
Man, you're going through the review and this guy's polishing your statue. I'm like, this guy's made it. Like, he's made it.
This is your game, and that's a good game.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite game of all time.
Yeah, they got a new one that came out too, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna get it until I finish this one though. I should have been finished it, but yeah, the new one is set to be even better than that. So can't wait.
Nice.
That's your Exodus statue, right?
Yeah, just got this in this week actually. And I'm super excited about it.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the only Exodus statue in 1/4 scale. It's the only one I know of anyway.
It's the only Exodus statue I know, period.
Yeah, he's not a very popular villain, but still very cool.
Anthony Kennedy. One of us. One of us.
That's such a cool piece, man.
That is.
Yeah.
I like the over-exaggeration with his arms, like he's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like me and Shane mentioned it earlier, like, Sosa kind of over-exaggerates muscles a lot, but I think it works well with this piece, especially like, I consider this the Berserker Rage form of Wolverine, where in the comics he's typically drawn like kind of roided out look, uncontrollable.
Yeah, like the giant roided out look isn't really my thing, but on this statue, I really don't mind it. And it's not, and this is going to sound crazy, it's not even close to being overdone compared to Sosa standards. That's pretty tame.
Got the saber tooth there.
Yeah, great piece.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this is currently one of my favorites right now as well.
That's a great saber tooth.
Yeah,
I look at the texture and the costume.
The texture is amazing. It's some of the best texture I've seen on the statue.
I had a hard time when I was picking up a saber tooth a couple months ago. I narrowed it down to like 4 different ones that I wanted, and all of them were nice. Some I put them in order. Some of them were a little bit nicer than the other, but it came down to, for me, price. As long as I could get one of those 4 that I really liked. I like Sabretooth. He's not my favorite character, so I didn't want to spend a crazy amount, like 2-3 times more on one statue. But this was one of the 4 that I narrowed it down to. I think it's a great piece.
Yeah, I think this and the Sideshow are the 2 best.
See, the sideshow, I'm not a fan of the pose.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a fan of the pose. I don't hate it. I just don't love it. But I think the sculpt's very nice.
All right. I would spend a little bit longer. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no
Great
problem.
pieces there, Dwayne.
Thanks.
Oh, and the Omega Red that I got from you.
Oh,
It's finally done. Finally done the repaint and the repairs. And my buddy in Calgary, I sent him a shipping label because he picked it up from the painter. He lives in Calgary too, and he mailed it to me. And then I got a notification last week. Here's a little story for everyone. I got the notification that it's going to be shipped the next day after he dropped it off because I'm 6 hours away from Calgary. So I'm like, oh, perfect. Then that next day, I get the notification that it could be picked up at the post office. So I'm like, that's weird. They never came to my house. I checked my doorbell cam. So I looked, and it's still at the post office in Calgary. So the downfall of medicinal marijuana is when you create a shipping label, you put yourself as the sender and the person who has the statue as a receiver. So he dropped it off at the Calgary post office, and then they put it in the back, and the next day scanned it and said, okay, it's ready for pickup. So I had
you think they would have realized something was off with that?
What's that?
You think the post office would have realized something was off with that?
Right? They would have scanned it and said, well, we're already in Calgary. And yeah, but they didn't. So that cost me an extra shipping label, but that's all on me. So bottom line is I'll have it next week.
Cool. Glad to hear that worked out for you, man.
Yeah. The piece looks great. The paint looks great.
Yeah, I want to see that when it's done.
Me too. It's always hard in pictures. They don't do it justice, especially if you're taking it on a shitty foam, which my painter does.
All right, guys, we're going to move on and get to some meat and potatoes of the show. This is the Optimus Primal.
Yeah.
This thing looks fantastic. How much was this going for again? Is it up for PO already?
Oh, is this a Prime one, or is this the other company where like his chest and he has smoke or steam?
No, that's IES. This looks identical. This is Queen.
Oh, this is Queen. Oh yeah, it was XM doing the Primals, not Prime 1. That's right.
Okay. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? This looks great. I love this dynamic pose, and I love like the base that he's on right there. I think the rocks look really, really good from these pictures, at least.
So this is Queen Studios, you said?
This is Queen Studios.
And this is 1/10 scale, like all the other Transformers?
I would imagine most Transformers are 1/10 scale, yes. Yeah.
Okay. What's the price tag on this? Someone's saying $2,700?
Yeah, $2,700. Yep.
Wow. I'd have to go with the one from YOLO Park for that price.
That's the IES one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's super cool. I mean, this looks great, don't get me wrong, but that YOLO Park one, the breathing chest, and steams.
You know, that's $2,000.
Yeah.
But now that one you can pose and you can move. I was talking about it last show, and it looks like a statue.
Yeah. And it comes with a base as well.
And the chest moves, and it's got smoke that comes out the back. It's got light up features.
Well, let me ask you,
doesn't look like a cheap toy at all.
All these different things, I don't know if you want to call them gimmicks or whatever that these companies are doing, where like the bases rotate now, or the head moves side to side, or there's steam coming out of his chest. Does that, other than the wow effect when you first see it, does it really do anything for you enough that you're going to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars more? Are you really going to use that feature in your home? Because I'm sure as fuck not. I'd rather they take it out and I pay $500 less.
The steam, all the smoke stuff, no.
Like I don't want steam coming out of my statue.
Yeah, that's right. So the chest and the articulation, yes. For me, because I think it's like a die cast or a metal, and it's got a different types of hard materials. It is not cheap. You got to really look into it. It's really, you could tell it took some time to make, and it's quality, and it's it's probably the scale of close to what this size is, and you can move it into a different position or a different way of posing it.
So it's an action figure.
For me, I think it's cool.
I think those features, like, it depends on like if it matches the character well. Like for this character, that chest feature, like, you know, since it's a gorilla, it really like adds to the character that it's on. But you know, when those gimmicks are done on just random statues, well, it doesn't really add to the character's presence. You know, that's when I feel like it's just kind of like cheap tricks.
And I'm not saying I don't think it's cool, because I do. I'm just saying I don't think it's cool enough to warrant the extra price tag for me as a collector if I was buying it. I'd rather give me an option that it doesn't move and it doesn't have fucking steam coming out of its chest, and give it to me for $450 cheaper, and I'd be more than happy to buy that version.
Oh, I would see. I'm the opposite. I would be like, I would have like my cousins or my family or friends come over. I'd be like, you guys want to see something cool as shit? Like, and then I would show them like, look at this chest, and it's like breathing and lighting up. Like, anyway, but let's talk about this one.
I think it looks great. I think it's way overpriced. Like we're hitting Maestro money right now.
Yeah, that's true.
On this piece,
close.
like
almost
like over 3K with shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I saw YOLO Park one in person already.
What?
Yeah,
Okay. So what did you think about that?
Yeah. What'd you think about it, Art?
It's pretty good, but it's on a smaller scale.
Is it?
So yeah, he's crouching down, but you know, the gimmick that it has is pretty cool. It's something new. But
you can pose it standing up though, right?
The price is pretty expensive too, man.
Like $2,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
what's the height on it? Do you know?
No, I didn't measure it, but it wasn't that big.
If you had to guess, what would you guess around?
Shit, man.
Yeah, show us with your hands. Do it right. Be accurate. Show us with your hands.
Dude, probably this. Like from my hand up here? Yeah.
That's a decent height.
Yeah, that's a decent size.
And it's a solid material. It's not like a toy material. Did it look cheap, Art?
No. It has a lot of material. I asked him, and it has metal, PVC, resin, and furs, just like this.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I enjoy that they're doing something different. Like, I like it.
Yeah, and the way the smoke comes out, you have to fill it in water. And they have some kind of battery that just...
Now, Adam, you said that the arms articulate and you could...
The whole statue articulates.
Yeah, you can stand the statue up.
Yeah.
So, for me, by definition, if it's got points of articulation, it's not a statue, it's an action figure, regardless of the price tag or the material. Once you could pose it and move the arms, and it's a high-end action figure.
No, but so here's the thing. I'm not trying to compare it to a statue. I'm just saying it's badass and I like it. And I would pay more money if it did all that breathing stuff and it looked like a good quality.
I'm sure a lot of people will like that.
Yeah.
But
But
it's not
anyway,
for me.
Yeah. But this Queen Studios, I love this.
It
pose.
looks great.
Yeah.
You know,
damn, the price.
the price is
It's
expensive.
just so expensive. Like, that's more expensive than any other XM statue that's ever come out and their retail price, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, that's really expensive, including the new XM statues that just came out.
How much are the XM Transformer statues again?
Like, this will be much bigger than Prowl, but Prowl was
25?
no Prowl that just came out.
Like
was
16.
like 1150 or something like that.
Okay.
No.
American.
I'm talking about like the regular G1 stuff that's been coming out. It's
Yeah.
about 25, right?
No, he's correct. Prowl and RC were pretty cheap.
Yeah, RC was under $1,000 before ship.
Yeah, honestly, it's small.
She's a smaller footprint, smaller statue, granted.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, this is almost $3,000 for a statue.
It's expensive.
It's very nice, but it's way overpriced. Like, these companies are just getting fucking out of hand. No, they are out of hand. And we're going to see that with XM Iron Man.
Look at the fur right here. You guys think that looks good?
Is that mixed media? Or is that...
Yeah, mixed media. It's pubes.
Yeah.
Looks like you just swept your kitchen.
This is actually a close-up of Shane.
Wow.
Wow.
The only hair I have on my body is on my face, so I doubt it.
Shane, you're graying a little bit here, buddy.
I actually am not yet, and that's one thing I got going for me.
Now this looks. I like the weathering. I like how they did the joint. This has got a lot of detail, But you guys have XM Transformers. Is the detail to this level? Are they about the same? Or
yes, the detail's definitely to that level on XM.
So you think they're about the same as far as detail level?
It's hard to judge by a picture, but yes. And I don't like mixed media on my statues, so for me, that's a strike against.
Yeah.
Like I don't want it
they,
sculpted with a little bit of real hair on my.
Well,
on my
Shane, if they were to sculpt it, the hair, it would just look fake.
It would look bad.
I don't know. I don't want mixed media on my Transformer statue.
And I think you have to compare to like Prime One Studios one, the Bayformer ones, not the G one.
Yeah.
So this is 31 inches.
That's
I don't know why Queen. I hate when Queen does that. Is when they got a guy standing like 20 feet away, and then it's like he should be standing right next to him. You know what I mean?
Because it makes it look bigger from the perspective.
It does, but you got the thing here. You got the dimensions, but yeah, that's what did I say? 31 inches, basically 32 inches.
Yeah.
Very cool piece though, but expensive. Yeah,
but expensive.
How tall are the
Michael
other
buy 3 of them.
How tall are the XM Transformers, the G1s?
It depends on which statue you're looking at.
How tall is
Galvatron? On the
Galvatron?
pose you're putting on. So.
How tall is Galvatron?
He'd be up there. He's a big boy.
I want to say he's about 28.
How much was he?
Give or take, 28 inches. If I'm not mistaken, Galvatron was like 1900.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. So this one's still substantially more, But anyway. Hey, so I showed this. This teaser came up a while ago. I should have showed the lighter pictures. It's kind of hard to see. But I would prefer XM's, like, would you call this the Gen 1 Beast Wars?
Yeah.
Because he's a T-Rex.
Because he's the actual, like, Transformer from the show. I would buy this over. I like the other one a lot, even if it was an affordable price, but I would prefer this more. And I think this would be a better cost. Hopefully they can make it around that $1,600 point or less, But
so, just because you were asking, Galvatron is 29.5 inches.
Okay.
And the price tag is just under 1,800. It's 1,780. So it's $1,000 cheaper than that Queen Studios. And it's 3 inches shorter, 2.5 inches shorter.
So they got this Megatron, which I think would look killer. Prime One did one back in the day, and it's sold out, and it's goes for big money.
Those are 2 nice pieces.
It goes for big money. I didn't get the other picture. Oh, anyway, and then you got the Optimus Prime, and he's the monkey basically, or the gorilla. And now Shane made a good point. They should face each other. That would make it look a lot cooler, but they're facing the same direction.
Just like what the Prototype Z is doing with the Street Fighter. It's just something very simple, very basic that you put the little thought in that goes a long way with collectors.
Yep.
But yeah, it's what are you going to now if you're going to put these facing you on your shelf, that's one thing, which you could do even if they were facing each other. But if you want to face them together, then what are you going to do? Like one's looking at the other one's back? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Hey, Piggy, thanks for joining us, man. Nice to see you.
What's up, Piggy?
But anyway, we'll move on.
Kevin, did you watch War for Cybertron?
I did.
Okay. I know Crippler hadn't seen it, but then he was starting to watch it a few weeks ago, and he was really digging it. It's awesome, isn't it?
Crippler's such a poser, man. He acts like he's this Transformer fan. He's got to get on board.
Hey.
Are you saying Crippler's a fake-ass nerd?
I am saying exactly that.
Wow. Shots fired.
And I'm no longer invited to
Fake-ass
construction. Outrage.
Wow. There might be a constructive outrage response to that. I don't know.
There's a couple of these out there.
I'll definitely be bringing it up on Wednesday.
Nah, Crippler is a good dude, man. That's my boy. Guys, so we got this from Legendary Beast Studios. This was a couple days ago. The Man of Steel will be going up for pre-order anytime on this first week of October. Be ready for the first Legendary Beast Studios own DC license. This will be giving away the early pre-order head switch out for early birds. Light blue version, regular ES, made to order 100, Premier ES 158. We'll give further details in the coming days, where to order and more details on the other visions. Dark blue suit and black suit exclusive. Just making announcements today so you can mark the LBS on your calendar. Thank you so much for supporting us. JC, a great guy.
Great guy.
So, Prestige Series Premier Edition. Here goes all the swappable heads. I want to go around the horn and kind of take, want to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on this LBS real quick. But Shane, what do you think about this Superman statue?
So overall, I think it's a good statue. Jay always throws 1,000 switch outs in there, which is great. Also, LBS is reasonably priced, in my opinion. It's difficult because even though Superman's so iconic and he's one of the most recognizable superheroes in the world, I feel like you're starting behind the 8 ball when you're doing a 1/3 scale LBS, because Hush Superman is so good that you're automatically compared to that. There's not a lot of statues where when you see it, it's instantly compared to that Grail, because it's like the quintessential Superman to most collectors. So LBS was already starting behind the 8 ball with this statue. I think it turned out nice. It's a different take. He's not floating, which is nice. It's something different. I prefer Hush over this, but I think this is a nice statue.
K-Fet?
I must be on the other end of the spectrum today with Shane, because I can't stand this piece.
Really?
Yeah.
What don't you like about it?
I don't like the facial poses at all, but more importantly, that cape to me, the cape itself looks like a 5th grader who's just starting off drawing superhero capes. It
doesn't look that bad.
It's bad. This is bad.
Is that bad? I think it makes it look more real with the little wrinkles in it and stuff.
This one hurts. I'm sorry. I don't usually get this opinionated on a statue, but when I saw it this week, I was like, oh.
That's all right. I want you guys to be honest. I want to hear honest opinions. We're not a channel that just says what, people want to hear. So,
I think my grandmother's drapes folded just like this or something.
That boy going in. That boy going in.
Carrying them. Look at you.
D3,
for the record, I've got a lot of LBS stuff. I just don't like this one.
You just don't like that one. Yeah, that's okay.
Kevin's the new Walton.
Yeah.
The new face of hate.
Hey, where's my button? Hate. That's on the destructive outrage. D3, what do you think, man?
I'm kind of in line with Kev.
Thank you, man.
I think this is LBS's worst release to date. There's no wow factor to me, and I think that's kind of what you look for when you look at LBS pieces. And also to Shane's point, you got as much as people say they're different Superman, you automatically compare any 1/3 Superman to Hush, and it's like the XM Storm effect. Anybody making a Storm statue, they're gonna compare it to Storm. So it's like you gotta knock the ball out of the park if you come in with those characters and those scales, because it's nice. It's a decent piece, but it doesn't really. I'll
tell you this. I think it would be, and I'm not going to imply it's not well received, except from Kevin, but I think it would be better received if Hush Superman didn't exist.
Sure.
Or people would be like, wow.
Good point. That's a good point.
Great 1/3 scale Superman we've been waiting for. But because Prime 1 just absolutely killed everything about it, except his skin tone's a little dark, as I've talked about, it's just hard. It's just not fair. It's just almost not fair for other companies to make a 1/3 scale Superman.
Yeah, you got a good point. If there wasn't really good quality out there, we'd probably like this.
Yeah, well, maybe you and the Kate not so much, but
Art, let's give your honest opinion.
Yeah, same. I still think Hush is better, and I'm keeping the Hush. But kudos to them for making this. I mean, it's a classic Superman. I know a lot of people do like the classic look, but I'm just not one of them. And I'm not sure why he went with the light blue version, the dark blue version. So, but all in all, I think they did a pretty good job of sculpting everything. And you know how the quality of LBS is.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, the quality won't be an issue. It's just
Right.
if you like the style or not, but the quality
Right.
will be there.
So I don't think, just my opinion on this real quick. When I don't like this portrait. I don't like that portrait that much, or at least that angle maybe.
And
I
that's
don't know.
one of the portraits I like the most.
Okay. And this is why we all have our own little, but actually it looks really good here,
Well,
It
that's
looks-
a different portrait.
Is
Different.
that a
one.
different portrait?
That's the
altogether?
Alex Ross portrait. See, I
No,
don't
I
like
like-
that. I'm not an Alex Ross fan.
I
And
like
know
this one
most
more.
people are. I don't
I
care
like
for
this one.
Alex Ross.
I like this one more. I do like the pros from this. I like that he's trying something a little bit different. I love LBS's bases. I like that he's got all the swappable parts. I don't think the cape looks that bad. I think it makes it look like it's got more texture and wrinkles in it. I could see all your points. I can understand them. I'm just not a big Superman fan. I think from a little bit of a distance, it looks a little bit better, but actually close up, the details are pretty good too. I thought it looked really good before they did all the paint and everything. And I was like, wow, this looks cool. And then when I saw it painted, I wasn't as impressed. I don't know why. But I think people would still like it. If you like this, don't let us deter you from it. Sometimes we're really harsh on the show because we're honest. We're being honest about it. If you like it, buy it. It's your money. You know what I mean? And if I like it, I would buy it in a heartbeat.
If you're going to worry about what I think before you buy yourself a statue, then just send me your fucking money and I'll buy myself what I like with it.
I like the texture work in the costume. I think it looks good. I do agree with you guys though on a lot of your points. The problem is Hush Superman did just knock it out of the
They killed
park.
it.
So yes, people are going to compare it, and you know what? Good for Jay that he has the balls enough to try to knock it off the top and try to be the new king of the hill.
And
So,
let's
like,
be honest, he's got an ES of 100
Yeah.
on this one.
Yeah.
There's going to be 100 people who buy this statue,
Yeah.
as there should be. It's a good statue. But
I like this look right here.
it's
I
just
like this
hard when you
look.
compare it to Prime 1.
I like the logo, But anyway, those are our honest thoughts, guys.
One thing that does look a little off, go back at him, get the full view. And honestly, I can't really place it stopped right there. Perfect. I can't place what it is. Something about the legs. I don't know if maybe from his waist to his kneecap it's a little too long. Something just looks a little disproportionate on both his legs. Like something looks off. I know some people, like Anthony, it says it's too bulky or muscular, but I don't know if that's it or just where the muscle is. Like something, like look at his left leg. If you look at the inside of his left knee, right there, the leg muscle coming down, like that, just something looks off there to me. And maybe not. It just looks off.
I don't think it's the muscle. I think his hands are too big.
Hands do look a touch big. Yes. But guys, I think, yes, we're allowed to be overcritical because we're spending money on these things. But I don't think it looks terrible. I think it's a pretty good statue. It's not a knockout of the park though. I think it's a pretty good statue, but not a knockout.
I think it's a good statue.
Yeah. All right. Does anybody Shane
You
and
got a
Kevin,
price
do you have
on
any?
this?
Not yet.
Art, what do you
Not yet?
think it'll be, Art?
I think he was thinking about just the regular, maybe like 1150. Well,
That's not bad. That's not
See,
bad at all.
You cannot. That's a 1/3 scale
Yeah.
statue. How can
And
you
premium-
like, can't beat that?
yeah, premium is not that much more. I think it's like 1350, something like that.
Like we got
But yeah, the price
scale
is really good.
statues that are pushing 3K.
Shane and Kev, do we got anybody else in the chat? What are their thoughts?
Oh, for instance, we'll point out here, Tony, man, he loves it. So yeah, that's awesome, man. He's the old time Superman look. He doesn't think it's for the younger gen, but he's like,
That's
bring
fair.
on the Trinity.
Very good. Yeah, good for you.
We
Anybody
got-
else before we move on?
Let's see here. Well, others are kind of noticing it too. You know, some of the things that
Big
Shane was
cap.
pulling out.
Okay.
Yeah. Cheddar over here. I know he's a personal trainer, so we'll take his.
So yeah, they are too long. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
You know, I think this would be a good piece for all of us to, like, if we saw it in a gallery somewhere. And this is why I think galleries are not the easiest things to open, but they're important because pictures, you're like, hey, I'll give you an example. That Thor from LBS, never was interested in it, never really cared for it. Don't even like the character. I don't care for the character. I saw it at a buddy's house that I went to go do his review on the Hulkbuster. It looked fantastic in person. My thought process totally changed when I saw it in person. So that's another, you got to remember that too. So anyway, anything else?
Just a few people
Normal stuff.
commenting that they prefer the Hush. Some people like it, some people don't.
Okay.
Just what you'd expect. Basically, what we're seeing on the panel here.
Yeah, the tip of the S is not flush. I saw that too. It's not flush to the
I
bottom.
don't think it's supposed to be because it's changeable. That's a switch out S.
Okay.
See, and I could be biased because I'm a big Jim Lee fan. So of course, Hush style, all that kind of stuff is right up my alley.
Same here.
It's
Jim
why I
Lee.
love like the X-Men and things like that. So
Jim Lee's my guy.
exactly.
Like Alex Ross, he makes all his characters look like him. Like from the nose up, they look like him with the beady little eyes. And I'm just not a fan of Alex Ross art. I'm just really not.
I'm gonna have to look at his Wonder Woman now.
It's too like old timey for me. Too like retro 70s looking with the beady eyes. I don't like it.
Northern Monkey makes a good point. You know, pictures can suck sometimes. I don't think these pictures suck, but like, I think they can do a statue injustice. So we're going to have to wait for Art's review. And,
I think that's a fair principle to follow for
Yes.
every statue is wait till you see it on Art's channel. And then if it still looks like shit, it's because it's probably shit.
I'd be curious because the Hush piece that's still pretty expensive now to get hold of. So if you're not willing to drop this kind of money, would you guys say this is the next piece to get?
Well, I've been seeing Hush Superman sell for 15.
Oh, well, there you go. Then save your
Wow.
money and get Hush.
Yep. Just
Yeah.
in the last 2 weeks, one was for sale for 15.
So,
But-
Art, are you going to do a comparison, you think?
Well, if he sent it to me, yeah, sure, probably.
Wow, Jay would be crazy not to send
Jay-
you at least to do a review with all the people that follow your channel and know your quality of cameras. He'd be crazy not to.
Jay, if you're listening, or if you see this on a replay, I would 100% send it to Art, and you know, if Art's willing to do it, and see if we can compare it, and kind of go from there. But
It's exactly what Northern Monkey just said. Like,
Right.
there's collectors out there who are on the fence and they want to see a really high res review and honest review of a statue. And I know a lot of collectors wait for Art to review shit because he gets it first, and then they go ahead and pre-order or don't. So
Yeah.
Art's review could make or break a lot of sales. So Jay would be crazy not to pass that to Art.
Well, Art, it's almost like you're this influencer or something. I don't know, man.
it's almost like you got to eat.
Jeez, yeah, no pressure at all.
We'll be waiting, Art.
Don't fuck this up, Art. We'll be watching.
Hey guys, quick. We got almost 50 people watching. If you guys are enjoyed, if you don't mind hitting that like button and subscribe to the channel if you like what we're discussing so far.
And even if you're not enjoying it, we'd appreciate if you hit like and subscribe anyway.
No, do not
It
do
costs
that.
you nothing. So Let's do it.
Don't do that. Only if you like it.
Or don't.
Anyway, let's move on. So, horror collectors. Switching gears here for a second. We got the horror collectors.
My man, Critical.
This,
Crit.
let me tell you something. I loved, and I think this is based off that movie that we were talking about the other day, right, K-Fet? The
Is this the Jessica Biel movie?
Is this the Jessica Biel version? I think it is.
That's gonna be a version, I believe.
Man,
Because he's going through the doorway. He comes through the doorway like that. You got the hand and everything.
Yeah.
So, first off, if you never saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Jessica Biel, it's a fantastic movie, especially if you want to watch a horror movie with your, with the wife or something. It is awesome. I love it. And I think that was the best Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie that I've seen.
I agree. It's probably my favorite. And not just because Jessica Biel's a smoke show in that movie. The movie itself is really good.
Yeah. But let's take a look at this. This is from PCS. They recently put these pictures out.
This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre I would get. The Leatherface I would get if I got one.
This thing looks so freaking good.
And I'll be honest, I'm considering, I don't know if I'm going to, but I have one open shelf at the bottom. I'm considering maybe doing a horror shelf because I was always a big horror fan growing up. Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, Chucky, Pinhead, Puppet Masters.
I don't care for all of the horror collection, which is cool that you do. And I think it'll look cool together. But actually, I was trying to get Gotham Cenobites on the show, and he was just a little wrapped up because he's got a family and a young kid. But I wanted to hear his thoughts on this, and he gave his thoughts. I'm going to read. He wanted me to read his thoughts on the show. Let me pull it up real quick.
Terry's also not a big fan of K-Fet. I've tried reaching out to a few people. And I keep getting the K-Fet.
By the way, if you guys are new to the show, Shane is so full of shit.
Just so people know, that is why Kevin changed his name on YouTube because
I got ousted.
like him.
Yeah, it was horrible. People were sending me threat notes and stuff like that, and email. It was bad. I was crying.
This is what Gotham Cenobites, and I consider Gotham Cenobites one of the experts in the community because he collects horror.
Oh yeah, that's his thing for sure.
However, you can share my thoughts if you want. Leatherface is not normally a character I care about, but I can't deny I prefer the 2003 film look. And this PCS is the best Leatherface statue. It really looks amazing. I honestly am regretting not waiting to see the quarter scale Candyman. So that's his thoughts. Again, let's go around the horn real quick on it. I heard Shane a little bit. K-Fet, what do you think about this?
Oh, I think this is a great piece. I'm not a horror collector, but I think Ant and his team just knocked this one out of the park. This looks great. And it's so timely right now with October now upon us. This is a great piece.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great.
D3, what do you think?
Same as Kev, I'm not a horror collector, but this is a great piece. I like the detail on the base with this 610. Yeah, I think they knocked it out the park, which was great. I do wish I know it's a mask he's wearing, but I do wish the portrait could be like a little bit more menacing around the eyes. But
I agree.
Yep. It's just a small nitpick. Not really a big deal, but excellent. The pose, the detail, everything is great.
See, Dwayne mentioned it. The base is wrapped with, it's supposed to be human skin sewn together. That's really cool. Just a nice little addition.
Art, I know you're not a horror collector. You don't really like horror stuff.
Not at all, but yeah, it looks great, man. Just mixed media really help it looks real, So.
Is this mixed media?
Is this fully sculpted or mixed media?
I think they're all mixed media.
It still looks good. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's mixed media.
Yeah, that looks like mixed media.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
It would save a little bit of time in making it, I would imagine.
So yeah, even the hair. That's.
See, that's how cloth and stuff actually creases. Oh snap!
Still hating, eh, Kev? Still drinking that haterade.
Hey, I would love this Leatherface too if the cape didn't suck. I mean,
And this is why people hate KFET.
Is this accurate? I wonder if this is very. I should have got a side by side. And here's another point. He's showing it in the natural lighting here, or like not natural lighting, but like more lighting, right? So this is something when you display horror stuff, like Gotham Cinnabites got a killer looking display. You're not really supposed to put this in like a bright spot. This is supposed to be in like the right kind of dark lighting with a little bit of light on his face to see like a portion of it. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I think that's how you display horror stuff. But I'm kind of with D3 on that. Like, hey, let's make it a little bit more menacing in the face. But they might have just did whatever it was in the movie.
The problem is the people who are going to buy this piece are people who love the movie. 99%. There's not anyone. I can't imagine there's many people who don't care for the movie or haven't seen it that are going to see this piece and go, I have to have this. It's because they love the movie. So once you start making the portrait completely different than the movie, now you're going to piss those people off.
Yeah. Look at the chest hair. This looks like real skin and real hair right there.
So it is mixed media. I did just read. And when you zoom in, you could also tell on the shirt it's mixed media. But so yeah, it is fabric on the
man, this thing is killer, man. This is so cool. Look at the blood chunks and on the saw and stuff. Jeez. Golly.
So
anyway,
we got a few people weighing in that they
go ahead.
They're also looking for let's see, Freddy Krueger, of course. We already heard from Shane here. Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Pinhead.
Jason was my man.
I'm with Cheddar too. I do like the Jeeper Creeper movies, so that'd be a cool piece. So yeah, some good stuff. Speaking of that, Shane, do you feel like Freddy versus Jason? Did you like that outcome? Was that the right winner?
Well, to be fair, there really wasn't a winner.
There really wasn't a winner at the end.
Winked.
Yeah.
He did wink.
Spoiler.
Yeah, that's true.
Just want to give a shout out to Norm. What's up, Norm? Good guy.
So anyway, that's it, guys. That's the PCS. This is quarter scale, 22 inches high. Remember, he's got the base right there too, so it's a little bit smaller from the bottom of his feet to the top of his head, and then 10 inches wide, 14 inches deep, because the chainsaw comes out a little bit more. Fantastic pickup if you guys want to pick this up for a standalone piece or for your horror collection. So
yeah, pick this up, do a video review. We'll throw it out on the channel. Love to see it.
Yep. All right, guys, we are going to move on to our next segment. 1 second. And our next segment, let me get this off the screen. And this is the pick of the week. Pick of the week. All right, guys, the pick of the week. If you're new to the channel, pick of the week is, I should actually say picks of the week. Well, that really makes much sense because we all got different picks. But the pick of the week is something that we saw, in the past week that caught our attention, that we liked more than anything else. We thought overall it hit on all cylinders. It was really, really nice, and it was really good. We'll start with Shane. Shane, what was your pick of the week? I think it was
the Terminator bust.
All right. Yep.
That thing looks awesome.
So here's the pick of the week for Shane. So tell us about why you picked this.
I think they nailed the likeness. The old man Terminator that just came out looks fantastic, like really good. But this is the Terminator that most collectors have been waiting for them to do, and I think this looks absolutely incredible. So
Shane, I'm going to cut you off. It's not most. Every Terminator fan was waiting for this one.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Let's just go around the horn on this. Get everybody.
That is how you do a likeness right there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
J&D, take notes.
Kev?
Well, as you know, this was also my pick of the week. And I mean, this is Terminator. I mean, I like the first one, but when the second one came out, I saw that 4 times in the theater, Friday, Saturday, Sunday when it opened, and then the following Friday. I have watched this movie so many different times. This is my Terminator. This is what I think everyone's Terminator is. If you're a Terminator collector, I'm talking to you, Mike Costa. This thing needs to be in your collection. This thing is gorgeous.
Mike will buy 2 of them. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, one with the sunglasses.
One without.
Right with you, Shane.
But yeah, I don't know anyone who's a big Terminator fan that this version of Terminator isn't their favorite. I don't know anyone who's like, oh, when are they going to make the female Terminator bust?
Even back in the day, the special effects and stuff, I mean, this was ILM just breaking through the ceiling.
So
this
ridiculous.
Was one of my favorite movies in history. This movie was so good. I saw it so many times. I love everything about Terminator.
The one-liners are fantastic.
Yep.
Just,
by the way, this is my pick of the week too. This is my pick of the week too. So like me, Kev, and Shane, these are all our picks of the week. So
I'm going to throw this out here, Adam, because I love what Cheddar put here. You know, we're always looking for that little additional add thing to the statue. Yeah, if you could get those eyes to light up through the shades, holy shit, I'm on board.
Wouldn't that be fucking nuts?
That would be cool.
You know what I was saying on Fatal's channel yesterday? You know, would be a very, like if you're a bus collector, a really cool companion piece would be the endoskeleton bus to go right next to it, just pure endoskeleton, right? And I think that would look fantastic. I think that would sell just as good or just as well as this one. The only nitpick I'm going to say, I noticed this right here. His hand doesn't look great, but it is very early in the early stages. Maybe they'll work on it. But it doesn't look great. But everything else, I mean, the shotgun, I think John was saying yesterday from Everyday Collector he had a good point. Man, I would love like a rose box as a proximity piece. You know, when he was doing the hallway scene, he's walking through and he pulls the shotgun out of the rose box.
That would be cool. I'm not a fan of proximity pieces personally, but that would be a cool touch.
Dwayne Davis, what did you see in the last week that you liked a lot, and do you like this statue?
Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, Queen knocked us out the park. I'm not too big on the base though with the Neil naked Arnie, you know, when he first touched down. It's cool though. I just think it's just a couple too many elements on the base.
You think it's too busy?
Yeah, for my liking personally, there's nothing really wrong with it, but just for my liking, I don't want to see that much going on the base of the statue. That's just great on top.
Before we go into this comparison, I actually put this photo together, but we'll go into that in a second. Art, what do you think about this?
Yeah, same thing what Dwayne said, man. I think the base is a little bit too much, kind of takes away from the bust itself, but other than that, the bust, that's the best likeness I've ever seen.
So I got a question.
Just doing this, just having this on the back, just like the dark side they did.
That is sick right there. So
you got the final scene of the Terminator when he goes down into the lava and he gives his thumbs up at the end. If you guys haven't watched it, you're living under a rock.
I'm telling you now, there is not one person who is a Gen X that watched this movie as a kid that didn't fucking cry when he went in the lava. And if you did, you're either a sociopath or a fucking liar.
Hell yeah.
Everyone fucking cried when this guy went down. Did that. Everyone. It's like when Optimus died or E.T.
There you go, Shane, man. You're just hitting me right there. You're hitting me right there.
So I got a question for Dwayne and Art.
Yeah,
you say that the base is too busy. Now, I know this is kind of apples to oranges, but how do you feel about a lot of LBS bases, like the storytelling bases, because they're very busy? I personally am a fan of them, but they're very busy. How do you guys like those?
I think it's different, man, when you have like a full statue, you know what I mean? But
I don't
for
think
the
you
bus,
compare it to that, yeah.
Like,
I'm not trying to compare, I'm just asking their opinion on it, because it's
I'm just saying,
it's also
like,
busy, but different busy.
like every single bust that I have, the base isn't that busy at all. So I mean, it just focused me onto the character. But I've never had the bust that have like the little diorama around it. So
because that seems to be the thing they're doing now on busts, right? They're putting especially in the back.
I don't think they need it. I mean, if they can actually reduce the price by not doing this, it would be so much better for the collector too.
Yeah,
I think it's cool when they have the elements on the back, like this Arnie and like I said, the dark side bust they did with him sitting on the throne. Because if you look at the back of the statue, you know that's something different you look at.
But that's the thing, man. You need to have it in the center of your room that you can walk around it. Most people will have it against the wall where they're not going to be seen.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then also specifically with this Arnie is, you know, it's as opposed to LBS, it's one cohesive storytelling base. This base has 3 different elements from, you know, the endoskeleton to the naked Arnie to the one of him dropping out to the law. It's 3 distinct different things, even though they tell the story of Terminator, but it's still kind of a lot going on in my opinion. Like even if they just had the endo and then him going in the lava, but I think the naked body of him is just kind of puts it over the top.
I don't like the fact, it doesn't bother me too much, but I don't care for it too much. I don't like how it's almost like you smushed the endoskeleton head in here. I think you should have just made some hydraulics or whatever, make it like an endoskeleton, like body down here or something, and then make a separate endoskeleton bus to companion with this. Because I think you don't even have to do silicone. It would be all sculpted. It would look, you got all the machine parts and the bus would look really good next to it. I do like the back. I think the back is really, really cool. You got the light up. It looks like it keys into the lava down there. And it probably holds it up as he holds the chain. That was a very important part of the movie. That looks like I don't know, maybe a 6 scale piece back there. Now, I think Art makes a very, very good point or very valid point. I would just prefer the bust, like the very front of it. I think that would be better because most people they don't have a ton of room and you got to walk around it. But let's switch gears for a second. I made these comparison pictures, likeness. Let's open up that book. What do you guys think about the likeness? This was the best picture I could find on Google. So I just put them next to each other. What do you think?
It's also hard to tell because the lighting's so different, right? So that's going to put shadowings and creases on the face. But I think the likeness is very good. Is it 100%? No, depending on the angle. But is it, 90, 95% plus? Yes, in my opinion.
K-Fet?
Yeah, I'm with Shane. Just all the different photos that we just went through, I would say that this is 98% likeness. So this thumbs up. This is what I hate to do it, but Shane will jump in with me. But J&D, this is what you guys need to get to.
Fuck J&D.
No, he's saying J&D. Yeah,
they got to get to this.
They do. They really and some of their likenesses are good, but for the price they charge, this is what the likeness should be.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And to some people, maybe it is, right? It's subjective.
D3 on the likeness?
Yeah, I think it's a 10 out of 10. I mean, even accounting for the extreme difference in lighting and the slight variation in the angles between them, it still looks spot on to me. I mean, there's not really any flaws, even down to like the hairline.
How about this?
So good.
Face looks a little slimmer here, but again, it's a different, it's almost the same angle, but the light, this
looks. I was critical. I give this a 95% overall for likeness, which is incredible.
Art, what do you think about likeness?
Yeah, for some reason, the other photo you just showed is, I don't know,
it looks off, right?
Yeah. This one the face is so slim, man.
Yeah, it's the lighting, I think.
Well, here too, I think he's pushing back, like he's got his head pushed back a little bit, so it's bringing this thicker. But actually, Arnold always had a thicker neck and a thicker jawline.
Yeah,
so
every other picture, I'll give it 99, man.
This looks
best likeness.
That looks good there.
That's so good.
So I think it might be the lighting that might be deceiving us a little bit.
I can't imagine what the price is going to be.
Yeah, that's the
'Cause
scary.
after seeing that
got-
Optimus Primal for 3K,
We got the price. We got the price.
Yeah.
We'll go over the price. In
we
a
got the
second.
price.
Yeah. We'll go over the
Yeah.
pricing.
Oh, okay.
So we're all in agreement. This looks amazing.
A lot of people in the chat are saying that they think it's a 10, 95%. The likeness is great.
Okay.
Seems to be a big hit overall, which why wouldn't it be?
Right.
Except for the price.
Terminator?
Oh,
47.
that's some money.
With a deposit of 1720. Edition size
$299.
$299. Thoughts on the price?
I think statue companies nowadays, for the most part, have lost their fucking minds. I know everything's expensive. I just went grocery shopping yesterday and dropped $350. I know everything's expensive, but there's still statue companies putting out quality statues for a lot less than what some of these. Now, I don't know the licensing fees. There's a lot of shit I don't know, granted, but that seems extremely high for a bust. I'm not surprised. I was guessing about 45 after seeing that Optimus Primal price, but realistically for this, I'd probably put it at about 3 to 35 is what the price should be, top end.
With all the stuff on the base and everything?
Yeah. 35 top end is what I think it should be.
Well, that's the thing, man. Without all the elements on the base, I think it could be 35, just like every other bust.
And without those elements, I think it should be closer to like 27.
But this goes back to the point kind of D3 was making is like, do you need all that stuff on the base? After seeing the price, you're kind of like, even if you like those elements, you're kind of like, whoa, let me take a step back.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
As a matter of fact, man, can I just get the bust with the
Maybe they
shotgun?
should have offered two versions, right? Like a bonus and this,
Bonus?
like just a plain base version for I don't know how much less, $1,000 less, $800 less.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I mean, this is tough. This is tough. But hey, look, I promise you, mark my words, this motherfucker's gonna sell.
Oh, it will, and they know it, and that's why, because
So-
they nailed likeness. If you're going to charge this price tag, the likeness better be 95% plus.
Yeah,
And it is, at least.
K-Fed, let's go to the chat and see what they're thinking. Anybody thinking anything on this?
Yeah, we got a couple in here. So let's see here. We've got Mitchell, who's like, "Hey, I'm not paying that." he's out.
You
We
mean
got
both, Mitchell.
John Connor, which is fitting, I guess. For this
Holy
piece.
shit, he's in the chat.
God damn, someone's looking for you. Price is high, but around 2 times 1/3 of the statue. I'd forfeit 2 statues for this any day. Once again, when you start putting it in perspective of what we spend, on statues on a regular basis, if you pre-order 3, 4 a month, if you pull that back real quick, all right, maybe this is the piece you put in there.
Fuck, who's pre-ordering 4 statues a month?
Sorry, I was talking to Mike this morning. So let me back that up. Maybe in a half year or a quarter, something like
Yeah,
that.
that's more like it.
But hey, if you can wait it out, then put your funds into this thing. But I'm with the others. This one's pretty expensive. This is gonna be it's hard, but there will be people. But others are agreeing. It shouldn't be telling with the storytelling on the base and stuff.
You should
like
have an
that.
option. Sure. Yeah, that's a good point, Mitch.
Critical mass is always spot on.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Not always, trust me.
Let's see here, Jelena. The price will separate the big collectors from the small me. Hey, there's no size comparison when it comes to collectors. You collect what you love. We don't shame anyone around here. I know what you're throwing out there, Jelena, but I've heard that too when people are like, "Oh, I can't afford quote unquote, the J&D prices and stuff like that." That doesn't make you any better.
Even if your whole collection is 1/10 scale Iron Studios, who gives a shit? You're still as much of a collector as art.
Yeah. If you're putting up space in your house to show this stuff off, man, you're a collector.
Yep.
You're with anyone else. But
All
yeah,
right.
good stuff, man. This is a great piece. I mean, that Terminator is awesome.
And congrats to anyone who is going to pay that price tag, because you are getting a phenomenal bust, assuming the production is like the prototype, which I'm also a little leery about that they'll get it that good.
Yeah, people who are
They
buying
better
this
for the
statue.
price. They can't afford to not to. So
Well, let's hope so. I mean, Doctor Strange came out great. So.
exactly right. Like, he does some good shit, no doubt.
Does anyone know? Is that a light up back there, or
This is
it
a light
up.
picture?
It
Okay.
looks
Light
light
up.
up. I still don't understand why one of his eyes don't light up. That would be so cool, like you said.
That's a good
A little
point.
bit of miss. Yeah.
Probably
Quick
too
LED.
small to put any battery in.
Oh, I meant like on the bust itself.
Oh, okay.
But when he's wearing the sunglasses, you can.
Oh
turn
yeah,
it on
I said
and the
that
light
yesterday.
through.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I said that
They
yesterday.
could.
That would be
Maybe
sick.
not at $500.
Yeah,
For the
Yeah,
price you're
let's-
paying, they could afford to put in a fucking light bulb in the eye and some wires.
Queen was probably like, "Oh, you want a fucking light bulb? All right, yeah, it's $7,000 now." All right, so let's move on,
You're
guys.
not wrong, Adam. That's the worst part.
All right, guys, those are our picks of the week. All right, let's go back to these normal pictures. I'm going to try to get through this so we don't have a super long show, but there's a lot to share this week.
Way too many.
After this,
Yeah.
I'm just playing Baldur's Gate all day, so whatever.
No, I got you. All right, so this thing,
Yeah.
Batman. Let me tell you. So I'm not a big Batman collector. I know Shane doesn't care for Batman. A couple other people are tired of Batman, but Christian Bale was my favorite Batman, and yeah, I'd like to hear y'all's thoughts on this.
Looks great. Looks just like him.
I think it looks good. I think it's a miss, and I could be wrong, but the bust doesn't come with a cowled portrait, and I think
No.
that's a big miss.
So,
But to be fair though, I mean, the unmasked portrait is probably the most popular one, and the fact that they offered this for a really low price for like what $3,200, that's a steal, man.
so there's a couple different ways to buy this. Let me show you. So you got this version that's $42,000.
Yeah.
$42,000. You get the Ultimate Edition Christian Bale, the 1-to-1. You get the Dark Knight Batman 1-to-1 statue. Oh, you get the bus and you get the 1-to-1 statue. Look at this. You get a Batman armory.
The fuck does that mean?
That means a life-size Batman armory to go with the 1-to-1. You can get that set up in your house.
For $42,000, it better have real Batman weapons and a Batmobile, for fuck's sakes.
But that's not what I don't get is, you know, the one above it, you get everything for $13,000, but the armory costs you $30,000.
Yeah, like what is this armory?
Now,
And
I think
I have a
the,
feeling Mike's going to buy it.
Where's the
Nah.
1-to-1?
If anyone will, you know it's Mike.
Nah, if anyone is, probably that dude Ronnie.
So you
Oh,
could get
boy.
the Dark Knight Batman 1-to-1 statue, the cow only, for $10,000. $2,000 deposit. The regular edition with the Christian Bale sculpted head only. This is the bust. This is not a bad price for that, I think. That's $32.90. We're gonna look at these pictures too because it gets crazy.
Keep in mind, though, that bust comes with no arms or anything, right? You're looking at
Right,
shoulders and a
But
head.
just wait until you see it because it's about to get crazy. All right, so we saw this. So you could buy the 1-to-1 statue with the bus. All right. We'll take a closer look at some elements here. That's the base. Boot there. Now look at the quality of this, man. That looks really nice. Really clean.
Mhm.
Look at the glove. Really, really nice. You guys just give me your thoughts on this as we go through it.
Yeah, there's more detail than their Iron Man, for sure.
For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
The texture, all that is great. you know, I'm going to throw out a question to the group here, and then of course to the channel. But let's eliminate all hurdles here. Let's say you have $42,000. You've got the space, right? And you can get this. You can get a life-size piece. What character would you get?
Ooh.
Any life-size character?
You pick the character. It's $42,000. You have it, and you have the space. Who is the character you get to put in your collection?
But are you saying that the piece costs $42,000, or you just have the money to buy the piece?
The piece costs $42,000, and you have the disposable income to drop that kind of money on a.
But we got to remember the 42,000 is for a couple different elements with this. So like, are you getting like I would, for example, I would say Spawn, right? But what would cost $42,000 other than the 1-to-1? I guess an exaggerated cape, but not.
I was about to say, have you read the comics? That cape's going to be as big as that room, so you're good.
Yeah, yeah, but it's not going to be $42,000. Like he's getting an armory, he's getting weapons, and he's getting like all this gear and like the bust, and you got the switch outs. You could do the swappable head, I think. So
for me, it would be the life-size RDJ with a suit-up gantry, the whole thing.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's a real good pick.
I would spend $40,000 on that one.
Anybody else? Shane?
Constructicons merged into Devastator.
There you go. Hey.
It's getting a life-size transformer.
Oh, yeah.
Unicron. No.
What about you, Dwayne? Is there a character out there that you'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm all in?
I mean, I don't like movie pieces. It's just the idea of having like an actual representation of representation of an actual person in life size is just kind of creepy to me. I don't know. It'll probably be some X-Men character, I don't know, maybe Colossus or something like that. You know, like because he's like 7 feet tall, full metal.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Dwayne. I don't see the appeal of having like an actor life size. It's just not my thing. I find it creepy too.
I can't appreciate them though. This piece is amazing.
100%. I could appreciate it. It's just not my thing.
Dwayne, you know what would be cool? A life-size Wolverine in the yellow suit.
Like that would be cool too. Yeah,
all 5'2" of them.
Yeah.
Or maybe like an archangel with his wings. Spread out, something like that.
I would love to Spawn though. You know where did Fatal? This would be awesome. Spawn with a life-size Violator.
Oh my God, that'd be
if Violator was like down low somewhere and Spawn was standing on a rooftop somewhere, like looking down on him, that would be. God.
Hey, for the record, I was real proud. I waited for someone in the channel to do this. Alan didn't let me down. Good man. He's going the life-size Gal Gadot, all silicone.
Okay.
Knew someone was going to do it.
Yeah.
But Queen Studio is doing that.
Are they going to...
Yeah.
There's so many wrong thoughts that I have when somebody says that.
No. They really did say that they're going to do it.
Real leverage.
That's cool.
Yeah, if you could take them out and drive around in the hover chair, that'd be cool.
But let me tell you, going back to this real quick, this suit looks amazing. Mm-hmm. All right, let's look at this so we don't drag this out too long. But look at this. That is crazy looking. And Art, you said that it's got more detail than the Iron Man. I would say, they're just different because the Iron Man's got more clean, more slick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the Iron Man is. Would you say that that's accurate to the Iron Man, like to the suit?
Yeah.
So this is accurate to the Batman. This looks great. Now
I got a question for you guys and everyone in the channel.
Yeah.
I already know yours, Adam. I just want to know everyone's favorite Batman from the movies. Which actor?
Bale for me.
For me, it's Affleck.
Mine is Bale too.
It's going to go 50-50 then because I like Ben Affleck.
Mitch, good pick. Good pick, Mitch.
Yeah, that is good.
And I was going to call out Adam here. Connor baited you, Adam. You were talking Spawn. Would you go with the Queen Alien in Hive?
I wouldn't want a life-size alien. That would just freak too many people out, man. Right? You're going to freak people out. No one's going to ever come visit you. I'd be a loner for the rest of my life just watching my I'll be the weirdo living in the mountains with a big ass queen alien.
Honestly, being away from people sometimes after a day of work, it sounds pretty fucking inviting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it looks like in the channel people are split. You got a lot of Affleck and Bale. Anthony Kennedy goes in with Keaton. Nothing wrong with that.
Anyone got Clooney? Anyone a
No,
Clooney guy?
No Clooney yet.
Or Val Kilmer?
No
Anyone
Val
a
Kilmer.
Kilmer, man?
Guys. Look at this likeness.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. If that's the final product, that's phenomenal.
Where is his? Zoom in a bit.
You talking about the mole?
Yeah. Doesn't he have a mole?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
there.
is it
Yeah.
there? Okay,
I'll
I
tell you.
can see it.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. Man, he was so good in American Psycho. Fuck
What do
yeah.
you guys think about the likeness?
I think
This
it's
is
great.
like
Spot
This
on.
is like
really, really good.
this is damn near almost 100% to me, man.
To me, this is like the Terminator, right? Like it's right up there.
I think this likeness is closer. I think it's a couple percentage points higher.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's better than Terminator.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
This look at it. I mean, if you weren't a statue collector and somebody saw this, like a picture of this real quick, they'd
Did
be
you
like,
think it was him?
oh shit, look at Christian Bale. You know what I mean? Look at the stubble. I know you can't see it that well, but like look at the stubble. You know, I was on Fatal's channel yesterday and he pointed out a lot of good things. The pores. It's hard to kind of see, but here, I'll get a closer. Let me see if I get.
Fatal, are you getting this one? Are you getting the life-size statue or the bust or both? Or the Batcave? Or whatever the fuck it comes with?
The Batmobile.
Guys, this likeness, I know I keep saying it is a knock out of the hemisphere. Like, it is just like a knock out of the park, man. This looks exactly like him.
Yeah, they did a great job. This is one of the best likenesses on a bust I've
ever seen. I think Queen
probably
killed
top three. But again, let's see what production looks like.
it. That's true.
I'm not saying it won't be good, but let's see if it's as good.
And it came out a year and a half too late. It's like pre-ordered Infinity.
It'll be your first cancellation, Art.
No, it won't.
Are you getting this, Art?
Not this, man. I got Infinity coming.
Oh, okay.
Golly.
How do you like when looking at the pictures, how do you like the likeness of Infinity compared to this? I know they're both
It's almost
good.
the same.
It is.
Actually.
You know,
almost the same, but I think Queen did a better job on the head.
hey,
I think you're
Fatal,
right.
I think you had that picture. I think you had a picture of the comparison with the Infinity. It was the Infinity, right? Art Infinity
Yeah.
and Queen side by side. Can you send that to me if you have it so I can show these guys?
Fatal says, I want the statue, so I'm thinking of selling Catwoman 1/3. So, Fatal, you're looking at getting the life size? That's cool.
God, Ledge, I agree, Ledge. Wow, this is
Yeah,
amazing.
I agree completely. It's very, very good. Very good.
I'm gonna see. We'll wait a couple minutes for that picture. I want to show you guys the comparison. I think Fatal had it, or maybe Art has it. You said you have it, Art.
Yeah, I'm setting it.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll keep looking at this. The bust. This is okay. So you don't get like a full torso. Okay, thank you, Fatal. I got it. Let's see. I appreciate that. Okay, now
By
Because
definition,
remember, man,
what a bust
Infinity
is.
does is their photo is a bit darker, so
that's okay. Give me 1 second, guys.
See, when I see this, if I had this in my basement, to me, I honestly, I find it a little creepy because it looks like I just have him just in the basement. They're both very good.
Which one do you guys like better? hang on a second. We're going to do like this.
I wish we had a real picture of the actor in the middle.
We're going to do this 6 style. He puts little lines and shit. All right. After nobody else comment, I want you guys to vote right now which one you like better, left or right. Or you could just say infinity or queen. Let's just do infinity or queen right now. Vote on it.
Infinity's on the left, queen on the right.
Yep. I don't know how to do it.
On
Damn
your
poll. I gotta
left.
figure out how to do. How do I not know how to do a poll by now? I got to do a poll.
You got to do it on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't even know. I got to figure that out. We'll talk about it after the show, but I'm going to start doing polls and stuff like that. All right, let's see. Let's see what everybody likes more. And then we're going to move on to we'll start wrapping it up with the XM Iron Man. Fatal pause. I'm gonna start doing polls.
So far we have about 10 people that voted, and everyone's picked queen so far.
That's right, Anthony. So are we just gonna say, come on, guys? I want you to vote real quick. Just say right or left or queen or infinity.
I think it's a landslide, Adam.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
queen.
Yeah, this is.
Queen. Yeah.
With that being said, infinity looks really good. It just doesn't look as good
That's
as queen.
good. Yeah. No, I agree with Shane on that one.
It could be the lighting too. I think
Could be.
Art has a good point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Critical. All right, let's move on. I was just curious about that.
A little bit. Oh, you were on him for a second there. Go to the right.
Do we want to talk about Michael Jackson, or is there a lot of Michael Jackson collectors?
Nah.
Apparently, because it's sold out.
It's all good.
They're-
Looks like the
they're-
King of Pop. Let's move on to Iron Man.
Yeah, looks like. let's go to.
I do really enjoy a lot of Michael Jackson songs.
Now these
But
pictures
I
are
want a statue of him. That's a different story.
These pictures are courtesy, I think, of Art. Right? Is this yours, Art?
No, Angsang.
Angsang? Okay, I wasn't sure if you took these or. Okay, so
I couldn't have possibly took it, man.
so what do you guys think about this? Shane, we'll start with you.
I think, first of all, I think it looks really cool. The concept is awesome. It's got that spinning base. I'm not really sure what I would use that for. I guess whatever part I want displayed in the front at that time, I could do that. I think the price is absolutely fucking ridiculous for this piece, for the version B, but I do think it is a very cool concept, and it's XM, so the quality is going to be there.
Okay,
But
we'll
it's
talk
way
about price here in a
overpriced.
second too. I just want to get thoughts on the piece. So, K-Fed, what do you think about that?
I love the piece. Not a huge Iron Man fan myself, but I know there's a huge community for Iron Man. If I don't have an Iron Man statue, this would be one that I would definitely be looking at. I go, it's got some real cool capture of Tony Stark getting the armor put on and all that. I love it. I'm really attracted to this piece. So 2 thumbs up. They did the cape really well, so I'm all on. I'm all aboard.
You know, you got to ask yourself, for collectors who only have one Iron Man statue, is this what they would want instead of him? Like, because Iron Man has so many cool suits, and then, you know, shooting out his repulsor blast or the missile or whatever. So many cool things, his boots lifting off.
Yeah,
Is this how you want your Iron Man? The concept's cool, but if you could only have one, is this how you want him displayed, like half
Yes.
dressed?
Yes.
Fair enough. Some people would be yes. Some people would be no. I want him in the suit firing with light up features. And
I like both, but I like this more.
Yeah.
I've always envisioned because I like that 6 scale that I think it was Hot Toys that did it where
Hot
he's
Toys,
all
yeah.
sitting up, and I thought it looked so cool. And now that they
just
did
came out with the 1/4.
yeah, and now they did a quarter scale, and this looks like. Let me tell you,
It's so much better.
I love this thing.
I think it
love
looks great.
I think it looks so fantastic. Look at this. The closer you get, it gets better.
How do you feel about the price tag on it now compared to that Queen Studios Primal? It's not going to seem as bad now, but
Well, before we jump into the price, what's
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
else think?
Yeah.
Dwayne, what do you got?
I like the concept a lot. I'm not really big on Iron Man or the Iron Armor pieces though. I feel like the Iron Man himself, the pose, even though he's using the holographic pad or whatever, it's kind of bland to me. But the detail on the suit is amazing. But I feel like the main attraction here is the actual suit up gantry or whatever. Like it's not the character itself, which is one of the things I don't like. I don't like when the character itself is not the main attraction to a piece.
he's overshadowed by the base.
Yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't buy this just for that reason. You know, if you just put that, like the version A of this is just the Iron Man on the platform, nobody's talking about that because it's just a regular standard Iron Man, you know. So, but the concept is great. You know, it's great that you can rotate it. There's different suits in the base, but it's not for me.
All about the base.
What about you, Art?
Well, you guys know I love this thing, and I knew about it like sometime last year that I saw the concept and I really liked it, and I pre-ordered it day one. Like a lot of people just saw the render, but I already saw the photos and the video before that.
Yeah,
So
good man.
I know how good it's gonna look, and with XM quality, I think the price. Dude, for a big diorama, I mean, to me that's pretty fair, man. And
All right,
you get
so-
2 different torso.
Yep. Yeah. I didn't mean to cut you off, Art, but we're going to talk about the price here in a second. I'm just going to give my final thoughts on it real quick.
Okay.
Was there anything else you wanted to say, Art, though, about the statue?
No.
Okay.
I love it. That's it.
Art's getting a custom life-size one done of this.
This
No.
statue, this looks amazing to me. I love it. Look at this. I just noticed this. Look at the zip ties that they got with the wiring right there. You know, there's a lot of detail. There is a ton of detail in this, especially if you look at like this right here. Like there is a ton of detail in this. This is not, to me, this is not a normal, just like quarter scale statue. This is this is a little bit above average for sure.
One thing though, zoom back out of that photo right there. One thing, and nitpicking, call it what you want, it's my opinion. I'm not a big fan of how the thighs and the quads look, like the gold and then going to the red. I don't know if it's too bulky or if it's too much gold or what, but it looks a little weird. It looks more like hockey pants than armor to me. And I saw that the first time I saw the statue, that drew my eye to it, and I'm like, it looks a little too chunky in the thighs.
I don't think it looks bad. I mean, if he had
and
a
maybe-
suit on,
Maybe with all the red coming up from the feet all the way up, it looks like he's wearing like hooker boots. You know what I mean? Like the red goes all the way up to almost like it just honestly, I'm not.
you gotta ruin the vision.
It does. It looks a little off to me.
Yeah, you
But I
gotta get
still
the
love
hooker
the
boot
piece
edition.
overall. Do you guys not see that?
No,
I definitely see it.
Well, you know what? Because it's not even complete yet, man. That's supposed to be like something else covering it, right?
I'm just saying how it looks.
Just where the pelvis is.
look at the
I don't know.
cabling on the
I got no
ground.
problem with that.
It looks like hooker boots. I'm going to say
Cabling
it.
looks cool.
It's like the White Knight Batman wearing his hooker boots. I'm
Oh,
not judging. I'm just
I
saying.
couldn't unsee that
see
when
it.
somebody told me that. Yeah, I couldn't
You see
unsee
it.
What do you guys think about the portrait, real quick?
I like that they didn't do RDJ. I like that it's more comic.
I like the
It is
comic book.
comics.
I like that.
Yeah, I like
This
the
is
Trying
concept.
to get the likeness is going to just piss a lot of people off.
Yeah.
So just
This
do
is based
comic
off of
or
Model
do-
25.
And look
What's
at
that,
that.
Art?
He's even
It's
got.
based off of Model 25.
Oh, okay.
There's even some stuff like it's raised right here. That's cool. Like it's not all the way like bolted in yet and everything.
Being assembled.
All right.
Yeah, overall, I think the statue looks really awesome.
Do you
Really
guys
awesome.
like this switch out? base with this?
Sure. I don't do proximity pieces next to my statues, but yeah, it's nice to have a swap out torso. I would never put it on the stand beside the statue personally, but
all right. Now, let's talk about price. All right. We'll look at the price real quick. So this is $1,000 for version A. Okay. You just get, I think it's just the suited version with a smaller base, right? And then version B is $2,000. And then you get everything, right? The base, the proximity piece, the switch out, the whole machinery thing that goes with it. Now, I did a little comparison before we answer these questions, and I just wanted to be a little bit more open-minded about it. Now, this is obviously, I love this statue too. This is the Last of Us statue from Prime One Studios. This is also quarter scale. You get a quarter scale clicker right here, and then you got a quarter scale. She's not a full, as big as some of the other pieces, but it's still quarter scale, right? And then you get this intricate base. This is $19.99 or something with a bunch of switch outs. You get a ton of switch outs. And they did a fantastic job with the portraits and everything else. Now, this is the base and everything on another quarter scale statue. This was, what did I say, $2,100 or something?
yeah, it's just under 21.
It's basically $2,100. Let's just call it $2,100. Okay. Thoughts on price? I'll start with Shane.
How much? Well, first of all, I think it's way overpriced, personally.
By how much?
Was that Last of Us statue? Did you say?
About $2,000.
All right, so $100 difference between the two. The way I look at it, and I realize it came out for PO a while ago, a year and a bit ago, but if you look at the version A of Maestro, it is 16 inches wider, 12 inches deeper, and only 1 inch shorter. And it's $350 more. And you're getting a lot of fucking statue. I'm not saying this isn't good. I'm not saying there's not a lot of intricate details. I know the base swivels around. I get that. I just think it's way overpriced for a quarter scale statue. And I realize it's 35 inches tall because of the big base. But I would have put this version B at top end, $1,500. And version A at, I don't know, $900 USD. I think it's overpriced.
K-Fet?
I mean, I really, really like this piece. I'm kind of trying to mull it over. I go, if I was a diehard Iron Man fan, I would still pull the trigger on it. I would spend the $2,100 as just an overall collector, loving comics and stuff. Maybe if you dropped it about $300-$400, it'd be a little bit more tempting to me. But diehard Iron Man fan, I'd pull the trigger on this price. Comic book fan, I need it to be a little bit lower.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. D3?
Yeah, I think it's overpriced too. I think it should top out maybe around 16, maybe 1,700. I think maybe there's other factors other than just the amount of statue that you get that goes into a lot of these pricing. I know, a lot of people, XM knows that there's a lot of Iron Man crazy fans out there. So maybe that factors into why they decide to price it at this point. They know it's going to sell regardless because Iron Man is just one of those characters at this point. But yeah, I mean, I feel like you're paying, most of the money is going towards the base, the suit up, the entry, I guess, whatever it is. So yeah, it's overpriced without a doubt. By at least $200-$300.
Art, your opinion?
Yeah, for me, I'm okay with the price, man, because I know what kind of work went into it, and it's something different that never been done before by any company.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a diehard Iron Man fan, so I definitely love it.
Yeah.
So to compare, I do like the Prime One statue as well, but I'm not I love it, but I'm not a biggest fan of that. So between the two, I'd rather choose Iron Man.
So you see more value, even though there's it seems like Prime 1 comes with more and it's got more pieces, you see more value because it's value to you more.
Yeah, because right? I like it more. So if you're a gamer, then I'm pretty sure you're gonna go with the other one, right?
Sure.
But yeah,
I think the price is not that bad. I don't think it's like terrible. I don't think it's way overpriced. I think it might be overpriced maybe by $100 or $200. But I don't think it's like, man, you guys are like raping people with the price. I think it's actually not bad at all. After the pictures that we saw, this thing is massive. It is on a big base, but it really just matters what's important to you. You might not want that whole base and all the mechanical arms around it. You might just want the Iron Man suited up and then you're happy. Really, the only person that can answer the question if it's overpriced is yourself. Is it overpriced to you? But it is, we got to be careful. You know, these statue companies do got to be careful because prices are getting way out of hand. You got 3/4 scale pieces right here with this. That's a pretty large base too. I didn't even show you all the pictures around it. That is very intricate, that Last of Us statue. But so is this Iron Man statue. And I only did this as a comparison because I don't want people to be like, I've seen a lot of people say, man, that's a ripoff. That's like, come on, man, why you got to make it that price? There's a lot that goes into these things sometimes. But I do think it's overpriced, maybe by about $100 or $200, maybe. Would I buy it if I collected Iron Man? 100% I would buy it. 100%. And I know if I got it in person, I would probably be perfectly happy with it. But, you know, that's our opinions.
So we do disagree on how much it's overpriced by, you and I, Adam, but I do agree if I was a diehard Iron Man fan, I would buy this anyways. It's not at that price where I'd be like, go fuck yourself. Yeah, I'd buy it.
Do you think the Last of Us statue is a good price?
Considering you're getting 3 1/4 scale statues?
Yes.
Let me tell you, especially for Prime 1 Studios, that is definitely a good price.
Yeah, for Prime 1, I figured that'd be like $3,300 because they're ridiculous.
The Nia Automata, the Attack on Titan that I have, those are like, what, 27?
It was 27, yeah.
Yep. 27, 28, they're all up there.
They got a bunch of, it's got like a face off the side, and it's got people flying around it, and there's like 3/4 scale pieces. So I think that's a phenomenal price. And that's a reason why this Last of Us statue, by the way, it's low stock. It's low stock on Prime 1. So if you want it, grab it. I was thinking about grabbing it. I know Art wanted to grab it so bad.
I can't.
We can't. But anyway, that is basically our news update, all the new stuff that's coming out. We got a couple other things that we didn't get to, but those were the biggest things. One last thing real quick. So Pure Arts came out with a video game statue too, that, you know, I think actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, Solomon.
Yeah, I don't know this character at all, but I think this looks good. I think this looks good.
But it's so weird, man. The pricing is the same as Keanu, and Keanu has the LED
wall and the
screen behind him.
Yeah, and audio. It plays audio.
Yeah. Same price.
How much was the price?
I'm not sure, like 13, 11 or 12. I'm not sure, something like that.
Another thing is that Iron Studios is coming out with this 10 scale Ahsoka. Don't really care for this portrait. I don't know what's going on here.
They said, like, so a lot of collectors saw it and said it's horrible because it is. It looks like she's getting the fucking life. It looks awful. And they're reworking it. But yeah, that is an awful, terrible portrait.
That is I would agree.
That is awful.
Anyway, guys, anything else that we want to talk about today? We're going on 2.5 hours here, so I figured I'd cut it off here. Anything else for you guys? Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Art and Dwayne, man, thanks for joining. You guys always great. Always appreciate it. Always good input. And once again, Dwayne, if that Dark Phoenix there needs to breathe, needs a better home instead of just inside her box. You just send it my way.
I'll let you know, man. You were the first person I think of.
Hey, Dwayne, you saw that subtle segue that he did right there, right? He wanted to ease on in and ask you that one more time.
Yeah, I just want to thank Dwayne and Art also for coming out. And I know Art joins us quite often. And Art, keep throwing me those invites. When you sent me the last one, I was in bed.
Yeah.
I had a rough day.
It's okay, man.
I was in bed. But keep sending them, man. I will get on. Especially if you do any this week. I will get on.
I got none this week, bro.
Figures.
Let me rest.
Art.
Yeah, Art, tell them where they can find you and what's coming up next, if you want to do that quick plug.
All right. My channel, Art Statue Collector, I also have the Facebook and Instagram. You can follow me. And I usually do live unboxing from time to time. I don't have a schedule. And same as review. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, guys, check it out. Art usually shows you all the latest. I would say 80% of the time he's showing you the latest prototypes and stuff like that, and the latest stuff that's coming out. Even if it's not something he collects, he still does unboxings for it because he gets all kinds of statues in it. So Dwayne Davis, I've seen you in the chat so much, man, and other people's chat. It was great having you on. You're always invited back, and we want to see the progress of your man cave. I know a lot of people in the chat probably want to see that too.
Thanks a lot, man. I want to see it as well, so hopefully it happens sooner than later. I'm making my rounds on the streams now, so I'll be happy to jump on as long as it's available on anybody's streams. Thanks for having me and welcoming me into the community. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. And then for everybody in the chat, I greatly appreciate you joining us here today. Thank you for all the engagement. We try to engage with you guys as much as we can, but we try to keep the time frame as appropriate as possible because we all got stuff to do. I have a challenge for you guys in the chat here. I want to try to get our Facebook group a little bit bigger. Send the invites out, guys. Share the invites and invite people to our group. Let's try to grow the community. I think we're almost halfway to 2,000 subscribers already. I think we're growing at a pretty good pace, and I appreciate all you guys. So thank you very much. But let's try to grow that Facebook. You can find us on the collector's table. If you just search that on Facebook, you'll see we just throw random stuff in there, and then stuff that's breaking news, we try to throw it in there as quickly as possible too. So
and we really do have some good viewers who stay with us every week and watch, like really good guys.
Yeah.
And people who watch the show despite having K-Fed on it and him not being well liked in the community. I want to thank you guys for staying with Adam and I, and continue to do so.
Anyway, guys, thank you for joining the Collector's Table Live, where every collector has a seat. Take care, guys.